Okay, we're going to do a video on Chegg Stock News Today, and we've got a daily chart here of Chegg. It's got a 5-day moving average in green, a red 20-day moving average, a blue 200-day moving average. Chegg is up 24% today. That's 24% up, $5, $26.35. Volume is 5.5 million shares on normal daily volume of 1.5 million shares. It's November 2nd, about 11:30. So Chegg is really moving today. Let's take a quick look at it on a daily chart. We'll look at it on an hourly chart, and then we'll check it out on a weekly chart real quick. Here we've got some technical analysis and support and resistance for you. So let's take a look. Chegg basically has been in a bull market all the way since August of 2021. Came down here, put in, I wouldn't necessarily call it a bottom, but it ran into a wall of buying starting right around here in early May of 2022. It attempted the same kind of thing in November of 21, and it just did not happen. So you had a sell-off to a bear market in May of 21, initial trying to find a bottom in November of 21, and finally finding a bottom down here starting in May of 22. So a very, very long time for this stock to try to find its place. You'll notice this is a 200-day moving average, and today, if we zoom in on this, Chegg has jumped up over that dramatically, and that's why it's up almost 25%. So what's going on? Well, the reality of it is this almost certainly was accumulation. If you take a look at this stock and see where it's currently trading at about 26 bucks, but it got down all the way to $15. You take a look at this stock. At its high, it was trading all the way up here to 114 bucks. So this stock essentially had completely and totally collapsed. And apparently people were looking, buying. This little, not little, but this sell-off from about 37 down to $15 was basically people just panicking after they tried to pick a bottom here. So they gave it a good long time until this 200-day moving average actually went flat on them, and that's their signal to buy. So everybody's jumping in this stock. There's been a lot of people loading up on this stock, and you can see they loaded up on it, but it didn't go anywhere for a long time. And that shows you there was really a ton of people selling this stock. It's hard to see on here, but this is a lower bottom than this. So even as recently as the end of September, we had people selling this stock down hard. And so we've had about a month or so, a month and a week of strong accumulation, but also very strong selling. And it looks to me like what's finally happened is your sellers have capitulated, and now you have this huge gap up. I don't think this is short covering. I think this is people buying this stock and feverishly buying this stock. As the volume indicates, huge volume, and the price is going way up. Now, could it be short covering? Yeah, but I don't see a huge, this doesn't look like short covering to me. This looks like people who have finally gotten out of the way, and there's a lot of pent-up demand to buy this stock. Now, I could be wrong, but that's my opinion for entertainment purposes only. This is a 200 this blue line 200-hour moving average, and you can see all the way back here since August it's been dead flat, and they've been oscillating back and forth, the bulls and the bears fighting each other. And this is another one of these new lows I was telling you about. New high, lower high, bottom, lower bottom. This is just completely confused selling, and all of a sudden it breaks out to the top side. So we have to look at what the chart tells us, and the chart tells us this is a huge buy coming in here. Do I think it's short covering? It could be, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. So let's take a look and see where we think the stock may go. There's several things that have to happen here. First of all, you can see this huge gap here, and that's never good in a stock, and it's almost always filled. It hasn't even begun to be filled yet. This price didn't really get to it. So you have this huge gap here at starting at around, I'm going to call it 58. My guess is this stock has got some space in here from where it is now at about 26 to 58 to do a lot of work. I'm not predicting it's going to 58, but if this rally continues, my guess is your first target is to fill this gap at around 58. So what does that mean? It means that we need to get the 5-day and the 20-day above the 200-day moving average, and keep in mind the 200-day moving average now is essentially flat. So we need to get those averages above this, and that's meaning by definition the price is going to be above it. And then we need to start some reasonable movement, which would be a rally, a small decline, a higher high, a small decline, and so forth. Getting some action similar to this, where you're putting this stock up. This isn't a great trading stock, but similar to this here, where you get higher highs and higher lows, and you move the stock up, staying above the 20-day moving average. That's what we need to see, and you can see in the past this stock has done that from 55 to 90. So we need to see that kind of movement here to close this gap. That would be the first major thing that I would expect to see, want to see, and think probably might happen. You notice how I'm hedging my bets. But if it gets moving, that's what I think will happen. This gap will fill. Now, what are the probabilities of that happening? I really can't put a probability on it today because I don't have enough information. We have to see this stock trade more, again, rally, come back down, and seesaw back and forth with higher bottoms and higher highs to begin to fill up, and we got to get it up over 30 to take a look at that and see what's likely to continue. If this is short covering, this is going to fall right back down, and that's 100% possible. Who knows what this really is? So if this falls back down here, then this stock's probably not going anywhere. It's dead money for probably another month or two. But if we continue to stay above the 200-day moving average, and we back and fill as I just described, with the moving averages crossing above the 200-day, the 5 and the 20, then I think you got a chance to rally this stock. I'm not suggesting you buy it. I'm just trying to give you a good idea of the technical analysis picture of it. That's what I've got for this stock today. We do not cover this stock algorithmically. I checked earlier, but we do cover 190 stocks every morning before 7 a.m. at rbamresearch.com. They come out every morning. These are for today, the 2nd. You can see we put out for Apple, NIO, Tesla, and a whole lot of other ones. You can get them all with absolutely no cost and no credit card at rbamresearch.com. 190 stocks, the major forex pairs, BTC crypto, and the most liquid futures contracts. No credit card required. Follow the link over to RBAM Research, put in your email address, and get instant access to everything we offer, all updated before 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. If you like these videos, please click the like button. If you want to subscribe, please do that as well. Keep in mind, everything you've seen and heard on here, including our entry prices, is for entertainment purposes only, and including my commentary. You should always do your own analysis. You definitely trade at your own risk. And if you have a great comment for us, we'd love to hear it in the comment section below.